Before there was Facebook, before there was MySpace, there was GeoCities. And man, what a wild time in the history of the internet. Today on the Touchback, we're going to look at 6 ridiculous GeoCities sites you can still find online. We're going to put the link to the GeoCities archive in the description, as well as the link to the article we have on the Touchback about GeoCities. If you remember the internet in the late 90s and early 2000s, then that GeoCities archive is quite the rabbit hole to go down. I looked at hundreds of different web pages, and these were just a few that I felt stand out. The first one we're going to take a look at is your quintessential GeoCities site. Illegible background, check. Multiple topics that don't really go together, check. Lots of late 90s web references, definitely check here. Welcome, cyber visitor. So this is a site that is a tribute to the Red Hot Chili Peppers, Chelsea FC, a bunch of Premiership players that this guy from Malta likes, and of course a report he did on William Shakespeare. Here's the thing, I can live with the smorgasbord of topics. That's a very late 90s, early 2000s deal. But what is up with this background? Why did GeoCities users think that they needed to have the most illegible background possible? I would estimate that the most important thing for about 40% of GeoCities users was how gaudy your background was. Let's not forget about hot links. Remember, links back in the day were actually referred to as hot links. And before we move on to the next site, let's go and check out this William Shakespeare information that the user says is so amazing. It's basically some book report he did that he thought fit in perfectly with all of his Chelsea FC and Red Hot Chili Peppers information. All things considered, this is a tame site, but in 2020, man, it's weird. The next page we're going to take a look at is this monstrosity from a guy who calls himself The Phoenix. This is a guy who's really into this online chatting alter ego he's created, and he's really into himself. My favorite section of this GeoCities site is when he's talking about the music he likes, and he claims to enjoy everything from classical music to death metal, but he does not like rap. He actually really hates rap. The only thing Phoenix here likes less than rap is his brother, who he refers to as a demon spawn. However, there are some things in life that this Phoenix guy really likes. He loves his girlfriend, he really loves his cat, and of course, he's big into role-playing games. Let's talk about these photos for a second. First, we have this fire background that's supposed to interweave with his alter ego, the Phoenix, and then there's this picture of him sitting in a tree with a cowboy hat, and another picture of a Phoenix, which he wants you to enjoy because it's supposed to remind you of him. I mean, come on, even in 1999 this wasn't acceptable. GeoCities wasn't just a playground for young people to make their own webpage. You will find countless sites built by 30 and 40 and 50 somethings who just wanted to get their message out here. A great example of this is a GeoCities page from the captain here. He is just a 45-year-old boat captain, surprisingly enough, who really likes the sea, he really likes hunting, and he's super into IRC chat rooms. Oh, and he's also really into model planes, trains, and boats. The one thing that amazes me about this page, and really most GeoCities sites in general, is just how unnervingly honest people are. I mean, this guy is telling people who he is, what he does for a living, what he likes, the chat rooms you can find him in. It's incredible. It's almost like people didn't realize they could lie on the internet until MySpace came around in 2006. Everyone on GeoCities is just so refreshingly honest. I mean, this guy even has his resume on his site. So if you are in the New England area and looking for a boat captain, here's a guy you can trust, although this resume hasn't been updated in about 20 years. Next up on our GeoCities trip down memory lane, we're going to check out Chicago John's page here. First things first, when I looked at this photo, I thought it was a picture of Bobcat Goldthwait in disguise. I'm still not 100% sure that isn't Bobcat Goldthwait in disguise. I'm also not sure it's Chicago John, but I have no way of proving that. Photo controversy aside, who is this Chicago John, you might ask? Well, in 1999, he was a machinist at United Airlines. He also basically created this page to read about his friends and wife. He went over this really convoluted story about how he met his wife that I still don't fully comprehend. Then you have all of these other sections where he's just writing about the friends he met on the net. We have to ask ourselves, why did he feel compelled to make this page in the first place? Now, Chicago John claims one of his friends forced him into making this GeoCities site, and I don't know the true story behind this, but I am glad someone at least got him to make a links page because it is brilliant. Here is your classic GeoCities, how many ridiculous GIFs can I put on a single page phenomenon that I think we all miss from the internet. So Chicago John, I'd like to thank you for making this page in 1998. Now, there were people who built GeoCities sites that weren't revolving around themselves. You'll find pages on celebrities, athletes, history, philosophy, all kinds of stuff like that. The unofficial Edward Burns page here is a perfect example of this. Somebody took the time and effort to make what was a fairly good-looking and in-depth GeoCities page dedicated to the one and only Edward Burns. Not only does this page have regular news updates, has a biography on him, including women he dated and his longest relationship ever. It has photo galleries of him. I mean, somebody took the time to get to know who Edward Burns was. That was pretty helpful because I had totally forgotten who this dude was. I guess he was in Saving Private Ryan, he was in Any Given Sunday, and he's in a few other things, but his filmography at the time was not particularly deep. I mean, damn, dude was in 6 movies and you still made this page for him? That is dedication. Alright, I've got one last GeoCities page here I want to show you, and it comes from someone who refers to himself as Mr. Belk, the man, the myth, the mystery. On his entry page here, he warns us to go to the fridge and get a cold one because we're about to be entertained. Boy, is he right. This page is ridiculous. Alright, so who is Jeremy Belk since 1974? Jeremy Belk is a guy living in Tennessee. This is his 8th year at the University of Tennessee where he is studying journalism and media studies. He also works part-time in Gatlinburg, Tennessee, operating that tram you see on your screen. When he's not collecting tickets or doing whatever the hell it was he did at that tram job, Mr. Belk is living by a code of honor. He kind of views himself as a modern-day knight, and that is why that code of honor is so important to him. You're probably so impressed with what you've learned about Jeremy Belk that you may want to hire him. Good news, his resume's on the site. And if you're not interested in his resume, hey, here are his hot takes on guns and gun control. Now, I won't spoil any of his views on gun ownership in America, but let's just say, dude enjoys himself a gun or two. And from here, things only get worse. Here are links to a bunch of sites that I didn't have the courage to click on. And then we get to pictures of him and his friends. There's Big Daddy 34 right there. I don't know who these guys are. Apparently they're his college buddies or something. But this was Tennessee University in the late 90s. I know these are photos from a Halloween party, but what the hell are these people dressed up as? That does it for this brief look back at GeoCities. Make sure you like and subscribe. Check out the article on the touchback. And don't forget, take it out to the 25.